My entire life changed for the better, especially financially and personally, when I started to put my talents and skills into play within the real world with trades work. And I'm here to let you know exactly why learning a trade and doing a trade can do the exact same for you, if not more, in 2025. What's good, YouTube? Welcome to the Ballers Club. It's your boy BallOrFallBird, the one and only Mr. BallOrFall, the one and only Mr. Do It All, the one and only Mr. Everything Under the Sun Will Get Done because your boy's best beyond. Listen, man, I got a topic, I got a subject that I'm ready to go ahead and bring to this platform. I've been anxious, I've been eager to bring to this platform. And the overall concept is just making money, hustling, being able to go get a bag. But the specific portion of today is learning trades work and why learning a trade is so important for all of us and why it can be lucrative for us as men, women, and as the BallOrFall family. So here we go. I'm finna go ahead and get right into it and let y'all know exactly why we should be learning a trade in 2025. So first, let's talk about what it is that a trade exactly is, the definition of it, so on and so forth. So I'll link the screenshot of the definition that I got from Google earlier today, but nonetheless, a trade is a profession that requires specialized training or a particular skill set, often involving hands-on work rather than a traditional college degree. What is my personal take on that, and what do I think about that? I believe that 100% through and through. Even though I do have a college degree, I was able to go to college on a full-ride scholarship, as some of y'all may know, but nonetheless, if I did not go to college, if I did not have a college degree, I would still be who I am within trades work because I've always enjoyed working with my hands. Working with my hands and doing things like that, hands-on work, is something that's always been so important, so key in my life because I've always kind of just wanted to learn and do things for myself. With that being said, it made learning trades and things like that very easy for me. Like the definition said, you don't have to go to college for it. Yes, they do have programs, they have apprenticeships, things like that, but nonetheless, you do not have to go to college for it. And for me, this is something that was really big because a lot of the trades that I indulge in today, I was able to learn right here on this platform, right on YouTube, right on TikTok. But nonetheless, I am able to learn it without having to go spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on learning this specific skill set. So one of the biggest and probably the best things about trades work is job security. When you are working within a trade, your job security, especially with the ongoing problems of today's economy, you know, people getting laid off from jobs left and right, the advancements in technology such as AI, robots, and things of that nature, taking our jobs, you know, because at the same time, these businesses want efficiency. But nonetheless, usually in majority, and I'll probably say all of trades work, AI and robots can't really take our job from us. And the reason why I say that is because you want somebody with a specific skill set. You want somebody with specific knowledge. You want somebody that can do these specific things that you don't really want to have to even rely on robots and AI to do. Robots and AI can replace people with jobs such as servers. You know, you may have been to a restaurant and then a whole robot brings you your plate or your drinks. You may have been in school and now a whole robot or AI can write a paper. You know, things like that. But when it comes to things like building a house, cleaning a house, hanging things up, whatever the case may be, you want to be able to do these things yourself, and people want other people to be able to do it so that they can tell them exactly how they want it. They can tell them, okay, I want it exactly like this, or I want it in this shape, or I want it, you know, however the case may be. It is on us as people with trades, as people with these skills, to be able to provide these services to the people that are looking for it. So as I said, we're always somebody that's in high demand, and that in sense always keeps us very secure within our job. As a tradesman, you can work for yourself, which is what I prefer, or you can honestly go work for companies, which is also a good thing, is what I prefer for a lot of people who are just now getting into trades work, just learning even how to just work with their hands and stuff like that. You can go learn up under a company. A company may take you through an apprenticeship where you're still getting paid on the job. Like I said, you're not having to go sit through a 4-year program spending hundreds of thousands of dollars. You can go maybe spend a lot less to go learn a specific skill set, and they teach you, and then even possibly have a job waiting for you as soon as you get out. Or if not that, you'll be working for a company that is already teaching you. You're always in high demand, from the granny or the grandparents that stay in your neighborhood all the way to the richest man, the richest CEO in the world, you know, needing somebody to build his building or clean his building or hang things up or whatever the case may be. People with trades and people with skills of a trade are always in demand, and that is one of the biggest and best things about having and learning a trade. So when we talk about being in demand, one thing that I like to talk about is my personal example. My personal example, I'm somebody that stays in the middle of Atlanta. If you know what Atlanta is and what Atlanta kind of stands for, you would know that having a trade and staying in Atlanta is probably one of the best things that you can have. So in my specific situation, I'm somebody that can do pretty much every trade in the book, but I like to specialize in TV mounting and residential and commercial cleaning. The reasons why I prefer to specialize in these two fields are because of these reasons right here. Atlanta is amongst the most moved to cities in the entire United States. What does that mean for me? That means every single day, pretty much every week, every day, every minute of the day, somebody is moving to Atlanta and somebody is needing work. When they're needing work, especially when you're moving into a house, usually the first thing that you think about is where your TV is going to go. So I said, you know what? Let me start mounting TVs. I'm up to the point where I can charge $150 to $200, even $250 just to mount one TV that may only take me an hour at most. So when I do jobs like this, I am maximizing my time and I'm also maximizing the amount of money. I've pretty much made a day's pay for the average job in an hour or so. I'm gonna say, figure out what the high demands are in your city and start to learn a trade in that. Trade jobs and trade skills are literally the jobs of the future. As AI and technology continues to advance, a lot of other jobs may get pushed out in the coming years, in the coming decades and generations and things like that. So I just say, you know, make sure that we learn a trade, because whenever you're in high demand, you'll always have a job. And then when it comes to learning trades and why they're so diverse, you can make yourself so available to the market. For me, yes, I do specialize in TV mounting and residential and commercial cleaning, but there's a world of trades that I know how to do that make me so available to the market just by myself. So one of the next and last things that I do want to talk about just specifically for this video is your earning potential. When it comes to trade work, man, you can literally charge pretty much whatever it is that you want to charge once you develop your skills, once you develop the ability to do your job at a very high level. Like I said, at the beginning of me, you know, mounting TVs in Atlanta, I was charging $60, $75 a TV. Now I'm able to go to the point where I'm able to make $150, $200, $250, depending on the exact situation, where the TV is getting mounted, the kind of building that I'm doing it in, you know, all these different little intricate details. I'm able to charge whatever I want, because when people hire me for their service, they know exactly what they're going to get. They know that they're going to get the best out of me, so on and so forth. There's plenty of jobs where I've went and made $1,000, $700, $1,200, $1,300, $1,500. That's, you know, somebody's weekly pay that I've made, you know, in the course of a few hours. Now, I'm not saying I've made $1,000, $1,500 in just an hour, but it may have taken me 5 hours. Then I can say, okay, well, I don't want to go work Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of this week. And then I can go work Friday and say, you know what, I'm only going to work for a total of 3 hours. And that's my 8 hours for the week. But I've already made, you know, what somebody may make over the next 2 weeks. And it's not to say, you know, I'm bigger or better than anyone. It's just to say this is my earning potential, all because I've learned a skill set that is in such high demand. Another reason why this is, you know, so key is because whenever you start to get good, whenever you start to practice your people skills, whenever you're just working with people in general, you may end up doing a job for a customer that's a very high paying customer. They have a lot of money, things like that. Well, generally, whenever this client has a lot of money, his or her friends or his or her family members may have a lot of money as well. So if you go into their job and you do an amazing job, guess what they're going to do? They're going to refer you to their family member. They're going to refer you to the next person that has a lot of money. And now you've had a network of customers where you can go and go do these jobs for and make a great amount of money for, and not have to spend too much time, because the customers more so care about what they're getting as opposed to how much they're trying to spend. And lastly, when it comes to earning potential, I like to think kind of far ahead whenever I speak about earning potential, because what I like to think of is the fact that I can start my own business to the point where I can start teaching these trades. I've become so good at my trades. I've become so good at the things that I specialize in. I can teach these to a world of people, and then have these people go work for me. I can employ people. And that's one of the purposes that I feel like I serve in life, is to be able to provide jobs for people later down the line. So that's something that I'm setting myself up for today. So I'm learning all of these trades. I'm specializing in all these trades. I'm making sure that I'm becoming very, very, very diligent in all of these trades. That way I can teach them, and I can hire other trainers, and I can hire other people to be able to teach my trades as well and run the business. That's why I say, and from a earning potential standpoint, trades work is the best thing that you can do. You can climb your corporate ladder way faster than you may be able to climb the corporate ladder within working a 9-to-5 job or a job period. Now, none of this of what I've said today is to shoot down a 9-to-5 job. I honestly did like teaching. I got fired due to personal reasons. Nonetheless, I feel like trades work has worked out better for me because, like I said, I'm able to make what I was making in a week, or my bi-weekly checks, in 2 or 3 days, in a day, in a few hours, whatever the case may be, just whatever situation presents itself. But nonetheless, I say all of these things, man, because trades work is the work of the future. If you're not into trades right now, learn how to get into trade work and start learning these skills, because they're things that will always be with you and always in demand. In my next video, we're going to speak about the soft skills that you learn a lot of times from trades work without even having to go to school for those. I'm going to teach y'all about the trades work that I do specifically. So that's all that I wanted to be able to leave y'all with today. In some of the next videos, I'm going to start speaking about the soft skills that you learn from trades work. I'm going to start speaking on how you can get into certain trade work fields. I'm going to start explaining how you can use specific apps, specific websites to your advantage, specific social media websites to your advantage, to be able to get into these trade fields and be able to do the best work and honestly maximize your earning potential, because we know a lot of times that's what we are looking forward to in life. How can we get to the next dollar? So nonetheless, man, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If y'all have any questions, comments, or concerns, please drop them below. I will make sure that I answer it, and we will go from there. Hey man, it's your boy BallOrFallBird. I appreciate you for coming to the Ballers Club today. It's your boy BallOrFallBird, the one and only Mr. BallOrFall, the one and only Mr. Do It All, the one and only Mr. Everything Under the Sun Will Get Done, because your boy is blessed beyond, man. I am out.